welcome back to Lanmou Tarot. This is a general reading for the collective for Tuesday, February the 26th, 2019. These cards have been pre-shuffled, doing a little bit more shuffling on camera. And folks, once again, this is a general reading. They may or may not resonate. If it does, please like, comment, and this is a King of Swords that jumped out. Putting it right back, not ready. Okay. Spirit, what message do you have for the collective for this Tuesday? What message, guidance do you have for the collective for this Tuesday? One more. Alright. The Ten of Wands, the King of Cups, the Page of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. So we have two 10 here on the table. So there is definitely a sense of completion, right? 10 is a sense, speak of completing a cycle. And with the wands, it's a cycle of literally you've gone from the beginning of with the ace here of taking actions, right? The ones are fire cards. They're like action oriented cards. And here he's not, this is the after tarot deck, by the way. He's not holding this heavy burden on his back on the after tarot. That he has put down that burden. The burdens that he has laid down, those ones, okay? And he's just sitting there looking at all those different steps he has gone on, he has taken on over the course of that journey, okay, to get to that 10 of Wands. There is a real sense of responsibility, okay? Even though he has put down the wands, he's not walking away. He's sitting there contemplating, in full contemplation mode. It's like after the job has been completed, now you have to take stock, you have to audit the job, right? So it seems like in this way, the way the wands are just all over the place, just it seems like it's not so much like he put down the burden. It seems like it was so much that it just fell off his back, right? It seems kind of like they're not in any orderly. They're laid on the ground at his feet in a very disorderly way in this after tarot. It seems like he just couldn't bear that responsibility anymore. He had to take it down. They just basically, whether by fear, by force from spirit, or as a personal, free will being, he just took the initiative to put down that burden. But the gist of the message is that the burden has been laid down, okay? And the next card we have is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups, oh, look at this. I'm so used to seeing the Knight of Cups holding that cup so held so high, in his way determined to go relaying that message of love, right? Here he's drinking from the cup. That's what I see here. He looks like he's drinking from the cup. It's like, yeah, whatever's left over you can have. I still have ways to go. Look at, he's crossing this body of water. I guess he's replenishing himself on his way to delivering that message. He knows there's a source here. He can refill that cup, right? That cup will be refilled one way or another. Now he can't. I'm so sorry. It's like I've been carrying this burden for so long. Perhaps that burden deals with that message of love that someone's been taking on. They've been carrying on them, like in their heart, That, because sometimes when you have a message to deliver, when you have such strong feelings and you're not letting it out, it really can becomes a, not so much a burden, it can be very heavy. It really can add on weight to yourself. Okay, it's kind of like when they say they're sharing secret, that becomes like a heavy load for you to carry by yourself. You have to say it to somebody. And especially the Ten of Cups being at the bottom of the deck here, there's a real sense it's not about so much like a work situation. There's a real sense this is a clearly an emotional situation, okay? And seeing that that burden has been laid down with the Ten of Wands, and I really feel with that Knight of Cups, and I'm laughing, but it's like it can be very serious. Like people can get sick when they hold on to so much emotions and not letting it out. Like I feel like it came to a point where it's like I have to deliver that message. I know I'm on my way to delivering that message. I cannot keep this to myself anymore. I'm putting down, I can't carry that heavy weight by myself anymore. But in my way, the journey to get there perhaps has been so long. It has taken so long. He's taking a break. He's taking a break to have a sip of water from that cup. And perhaps for some of us, we need to do that more often. To drink from our own cup of love, okay? Before we can extend that cup to somebody else. Perhaps that's been the problem all along. That's why that message couldn't be delivered. Someone couldn't fully embody that love that they're feeling towards someone, because perhaps they feel themselves they were not deserving. Because he's always holding that cup so high and close to his face, almost like this cup means so much. You know, I have to, like you on a horse galloping at full speed, but that cup is held like this. I don't want to drop to spill. That cup is always so close to his face, right? Imagine going through a whole course, like to this whole path and road with this guy galloping, and the cup is held like this, so high. And because the Knight of Cups is not still, kind of like the Knight of disc that we used to know as the slow knight, and that's basically at a standstill posing for a picture, almost like that horse is on the way. He's not even taking a break at that little stream, river, whatever it is here. The horse is still going, and it seems like I can see he's close to his destination. I have a sense that he's close to his destination. But it feels like I need to take a sip out of my own cup of love before I extend that cup to somebody. And I think there's a message here for some of us. Don't just wait for someone to extend you love. Don't just make sure you know that you yourself, the love that you have that you can extend to someone, you can enjoy that same love too. Love is an energy. I know love, yes, we know it's an action verb. You have to extend some way. Yes, you can do that too. But there's a lot of people that love other people, and they never, even if they know that, they love, they can never understand the depth of the love that someone may have for them if they themselves have never experienced that depth within themselves. It's kind of like when you're in pain, someone can look at you. Like, I'm that person. I could be sick, like deathly sick. You're looking at me and you cannot tell. But I could, if I don't get enough rest, you look at me, you be like, are you okay? So sometimes someone can be so sick, you're looking at them and they're acting quite normal. You don't know. I could say, oh, I have a migraine. As someone who suffers from a migraine headache. Oh, I'm so sorry. But there's no way for you to fully understand how bad a migraine can be if you've never experienced a migraine, right? Perhaps you've had a headache. You have an idea, oh, headaches can be terrible, right? And it's that same sense. When someone, like some people, their love is so strong, they love so deeply, it can be scary to someone else who've never experienced that depth of love, or who themselves doesn't feel like they can ever extend that kind of love to someone. So always drink from your own cup of love. Even when you want to extend it to someone else, always drink from your own cup of love. So he's on his way, okay? He's on his way to deliver a message of love. Perhaps to deliver an offer of love. But somewhere along the way, his instinct, something tells him you need to embody that love. You need to experience that love before you can extend it. That's the message I'm getting here very, very strongly. And here, what we have next is the Page of Swords. This is a card of communication. Yes, sometimes it can be rushed communication. It can be not the most mature communication, but it is communication. Okay? And he's standing there with his swords. You can see it's almost like he's very young. This is your full energy. This is your full energy. And but the communication is happening, and the communication is happening. It will bring a sense of clarity. The way the communication is delivered may not be the most mature way. The way the communication will be delivered, it may be what's the best way to say? It could be delivered better, okay, but it will be understood nonetheless. The job will be done nonetheless, okay. And also the Page of Swords, I feel like here it could be also a communication about a young air signs. It could be that communication is dealing with that the secret that you've been holding on, that burden, that weight you've been carrying on that needs to be let down, okay, which I feel like deals with an emotional message, some kind of something that needed to just be basically aired out, okay. That's a good way to that's the best way I can to be aired out. So I feel like it could be in regards to a young air sign, a young Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But at the bottom of the deck here, what we have is the Ten of Cups. And that Ten of Cups in the after tarot, this is like the sun. We used to the regular rider rate. We have the big sun, we have the rainbow and all of that. Here it's nighttime. The sky is filled with stars, okay, and the cups are still in archway above them. And now the family is joined by by grandpa. The family is joined by the family dog, and they have a fire burning, passion, life, action. And we still have the two kids and the parents there, okay. And they still seems like they're enjoying each other company. They've added on to the family here. Yeah, the family is expanding. It's a true there's a true sense of lineage here, right? There's so much love we can extend to take on grandpa. We can extend to get a pet for the kids, okay. It's a lovely scene, really. So whatever it is, that communication that will happen, I feel like for you it will release. It will be a release. Oh, attraction. That's the part that pulled out, and I feel like I need to stop, so I'll stop. And at the bottom here is children. Yes. And I felt that with the Page of Swords here, it wasn't just about the actual communication. I really feel like there's a younger air sign that this communication might be in regards. Whatever was being held back, that was a weight on somebody, dealt with a situation perhaps with kids, and it may be a younger air sign. But the card that came out was attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Yes, indeed. Let go of the burden, let down the responsibility, and take a sip of your own cup if it needs be. Enjoy the moment. Yes, you will deliver that message, you will offer that love, but you don't have to be miserable along the way. You don't have to be weighted down so much by feeling like you have to do all the work yourself, okay? You don't have to wait for that communication for you to be happy. You can be happy now as you await a certain communication from a loved one that you think will be what is it that you want, that you think that will open the gate for that new level of commitment or security or whatever it is that you're waiting for. but you still can drink from your own cup of love. Okay, enjoy this moment fully. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Meaning, again, another way of saying it, if you don't understand love, your own way of loving yourself, what exactly make you feel love, it may be hard for you to see it when it comes to you. If you don't know yourself, what exactly bring you happiness, it may be hard for you to fully recognize it or to fully appreciate it when it's offered to you. Or you may not be able to fully offer it to somebody else if you don't know it yourself. Okay? And that's why that night, as figured out here along the way, someone had to lay down the burden, the heavy sense, the heaviness, lay that down in the aftertale. There's no need to feel heavy in whether waiting or in whether holding something back, with the communication back to make you feel heavy. Let down the burden. Drink from your own cup of love and communicate. You can be youthful about it, but I feel here in this sense, for some of us, that communication may have to do something that have to do with children. Okay? And I will pull to the floor. This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck and Lightning. And it literally flew over to the floor. So Lightning here, this is number 30, that restore 3. So Lightning, 3 is a number of creation, right? So perhaps some of you are pregnant. There is a real sense of children here. We have the children card at the bottom of the deck. We have children here on the 10 of Cups that are heavily, portrayed. And here I really had the sense of not just communication with that Page of Swords, but with also kids. So, and when I said creation, the first thing that came to my head was like children, like creating kids, like family. So there's a sense here. And by the way, Lightning is fast. Okay, it's force. Okay? It's nature that's like coming in with like high speed. It's lightning speed, like we used to say. That's as fast as it comes, right? So there's a sense of like things are about to start moving. As this completion, that burden is laid down, as you coming into that understanding what it is that bring you that full sense of satisfaction, because at the bottom of the deck, that's what you're facing. That's what you want. That full sense of happiness, which is here is a family, right? Children. There is a sense that once you understand that, once you understand that work, responsibility, that's not all there is. Once you let down that burden, once you understand what exact you yourself have, the love is within you. And then once you get that, you can extend it to someone else. And that family perhaps is what's most important to you. Everything will start happening really fast for you. Things will start picking up so quickly. Anything that you really want, that you want to attract to you, will come so quickly. And that's a message from Spirit today. And I know it was a little bit all over the place, but really I feel like I hope I was able to deliver it. I feel like I was all over the place, but the message itself is very clear. Spirit is asking you to lay down the burden. Let down any heaviness that you feel. Like, in whether it is you want to offer love to somebody, you want to start a family with someone, or you were in a phase of not being able to concentrate on what you really, really want. You want to attract into your life. You come into understanding of that. What gives you true happiness, may have to deal with children. It's a family. And for you to be able to give to the family, you can't carry all that burden, all that heavy weight, all that around. It's to understand that you yourself are loved and you have a lot to give. Because he's right there over that source of water. He can't stop. Even if he drinks his whole cup, his own cup, he can just refill that cup again. Okay? Because the well of abundance of the universe is infinite. I read that somewhere and it stuck with me. I can't remember who said it, but that's the quote. He knows like the love that you can give is infinite, okay? Because for me, love is everything. Love is the source, okay? If you want to really know God, you really have to understand love and be able to love fully and take on love fully. That's the whole thing. So I hope this was helpful to you, and I wish you a wonderful Tuesday. Please come back again. Thank you so much. I'm trying to keep those dailies really short, but they've been going over 15 minutes lately. And I hope you enjoyed the reading. And remember, love is the only answer.